How much fun is that? That is YouTube star Casey Neistat, who in the blizzard in New York decided, well, I'm going to go out and film myself snowboarding down Manhattan streets. There's this great scene when he just goes right through Times Square holding an American flag. Wonderful. And joining us now via Skype to talk about Casey Neistat and the history of blizzards in New York City is our friend Mark Morano, who joins us now via Skype from the Washington, D.C. area. Hey, great to see you again, Mark.
Hi, guys. Are happy to be here today.
Thanks. You know, I was told by no one less than the former Vice President of the United States, Nobel Prize winner, and Oscar winner, Al Gore, that this sort of thing would be impossible, that snow would be a rare event. We would have to tell our children what it was like to once have snow. And here's a guy literally snowboarding down the streets of New York City. What went wrong?
Yeah, well, it wasn't just Al Gore. The entire global warming establishment, including the United Nations climate reports, warned of less snow. In 2000, a UK scientist in the UK Independent, big headline, snow is a thing of the past. The New York Times, Michael Oppenheimer, one of the chief UN scientists, who also was, by the way, heavily funded by Barbara Streisand, has come out and talked about his daughter's sled, buying his daughter a sled and lamenting that she could never use it because of global warming. That was back in the late 90s. Now, according to meteorologist Joe DeLeo, this decade of the, I guess you'd call it the teens, is the snowiest decade on record for the U.S. East Coast so far. And that was already that way before this storm. So these are just blockbuster breaking records. And, of course, the global warming establishment is now pivoting. They're saying, hey, what's the big deal? What is a snowstorm but an extreme storm? We told you extreme storms would go up. Yeah. The problem with that is across the board, no other extreme storms are going up. And there's really no trends even in blizzards if you look at it. If you look at peer-reviewed studies over 40, 50 years or even longer, there's no trends in these kind of storms. But, yeah, we've had a bad decade so far of big mega blizzards hitting. And the global warming activists, as you pointed out, are trying to have it both ways now.
Well, and that's the thing. If there was no snow, I mean, it was nice and warm a few weeks ago in the Northeast and across most of North America, not in Western Canada, though. And so the global warming activists were saying, you see, it's a very warm winter. That's proof of global warming. Big snowstorm. You see, that's proof of climate change. I just want to show you some pictures. We dug up some pictures, Mark, that are too obvious to show anyone except for someone with the kind of learning of Al Gore would need to see these. Here's a picture of, these are pictures of New York snowstorms. This is from 2010, 20 inches. Here's one going back to 1996, cross-country skiing. This is 20 inches and to reportedly kill dozens. Here's a picture from 1947, 26 inches of snow, 77 people died. And then this is a picture from 1888. 21 inches of snow killed 200 people. So the idea that blizzards are rare or a new thing or an old thing or gone, it's just something that happens every winter. And actually, because of industrialization, we can weather these, cold or warm days better than we could in the past. It's nothing weird or wacky. It's called wintertime.